Welcome back to Climbing Culture Daily with Rhonda, where we break down the culture, the contradictions, and the creativity that shapes our world. Today we're showing love to a group often erased by music history, Black women in rock. From screaming guitars to rebel lyrics, Black women helped birth and evolve rock, and they are still out here breaking barriers. Let's be clear. Black people didn't join rock, we created it. And Black women have been at the center of it from the very beginning. Before Elvis shook his hips and remade Hound Dog, if you know, you know, there was Sister Rosetta Tharpe, the godmother of rock and roll. With her electric guitar and gospel roots, she laid the foundation for artists like Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and beyond. Sister Rosetta was shredding before shredding was a thing, but how often do we hear her name in the rock pantheon? Not nearly enough. In the 60s and 70s, artists like Tina Turner brought fire and raw energy to rock stages. Tina wanted to break through the traditional lane of soul and R&B for a chance to blaze a new trail in rock music. Betty Davis' funk punk attitude challenged the norms of femininity and sexual expression. If you haven't heard the music of Miss Davis, I encourage you to do it today. Polystyrene of the punk band X-Ray Specs brought Afro-Caribbean energy to the punk scene in Britain, defying genre and gender rules. And we've got to talk about Nona Hendryx, visionary, political, and loud in all the right ways. Coming out of LaBelle, she fused rock, funk, and avant-garde sounds in the late 70s and 80s, and even today. She wasn't afraid of a wild stage outfit, a performance, or even a bold message. Nona made it clear Black women could be art funk, art glam, art rock, future forward, whatever title you wanted, she made it happen. These women weren't just performers, they were disruptors. And they didn't wait for permission to be loud, messy, emotional. They just did it. And let's fast forward to today. Rock isn't dead, it's evolving. And Black women are at the center of that too. Let's think Willow Smith, who is redefining alternative rock for a new generation with songs that bring back musicality to the genre. Or Meet Me at the Altar, a pop punk band with Black and brown women pushing into Warped Tour territory, which is historically dominated by white male bands, but its influence shaped by a whole generations of music taste. So when bands like Meet Me at the Altar or acts like Willow or Rico Nasty crash that space, it's not cultural, it's revolutionary. Then there's Nova Twins, a UK duo formed in London in 2014, mixing grime, punk, and metal. They've opened for Rage Against the Machine and are demanding space for Black women in the rock scene. Nouveau Twins also created the Voices for the Unheard, an initiative in the UK to uplift alternative artists of color. And if we're talking about today's rage and edge, we have to talk about Rico Nasty. She is one of my favorites. She's trap metal, punk rap, glitter, and grit all rolled up into one. And from her screamo style vocals and to her mosh pit energy on stage, Rico's punk influence is undeniable. But let's be clear, she does consider herself a rapper as she sees hip hop as a major influence in her life. Rico is not boxed into a genre. She expands it and busts through it. And the list goes on and on. We are rock, we are punk, we are alternative, we are the genre. We're all of them. Don't think because someone wasn't highlighted here, they aren't important. From Grace Jones to Santi Gold to Big Joni to Odetta, we are the culture. Representation in rock isn't about tokenism. It's about reclaiming what was ours, always ours. When Black women pick up guitars and scream into mics and slam on some drums, they're not just creating, they're resisting. They're resisting the whitewashing of rock, resisting stereotypes of how Black women are supposed to act and supposed to sound. So, as someone who has always loved punk and rock, I wanted to give these women their flowers, past, present, and future. So drop your favorite Black women in rock in the comments. Who's your favorite? Who you're listening to? Who's on your playlist? Let us know. And don't forget to share and subscribe and like. This is Climbing Culture Daily with Rhonda, where we remind you that Black culture is the blueprint, always. Until the next time.